What's happening, everybody? It's your boy, the Vaslap. It is a brand new series starting us today in a continent I have never, ever managed in before. It is in South America. I've done Africa, Asia, Europe, North America, even Australia, but I've never, ever managed in South America. And the reason behind that is I've been a bit scared considering all the rules and regulations in the various leagues in South America, particularly Brazil's structure. And I think even like you go look at someone like Colombia's structure, it's very weird, very hard, very difficult to understand it. But I did the MLS and I figured that one out. So I figured, why not try South America? This is a brand new series. I hope you guys are enjoying everything. And you know what, guys? I'm not gonna dilly-dally anymore. We're gonna get straight into it. So a huge thank you to everybody tuning in for episode number 1. And you know what? We got a brand new intro, baby. Let's go! Run that intro! What's up, everybody? Your boy, the Vaslap, in the building. Brand new series about to start. And here we go. This is how we're starting off. We've got the top qualifications, international level playing field. We're going into a continent I have never, ever managed in. And the goal is to win the Libertadores Cup. That's right. We're in South America. Got a brand new skin as well. So that is something brilliant to see. If you guys like the skin, it's in the comments down below, the description down below. It will be throughout the entire series. It will be chilling there for everybody to see and play around with it. You can have a look. It's called Andromeda. I like this one. I've been playing with it a little bit longer outside of the Vuvuzela Victory Challenge, and I enjoyed it. But anyway, we are currently May 1st, 2025, because that's when I'm starting this recording. We're going to be doing like a whole bunch of batch recordings, so just keeping that in mind. I'm not going to be recording every day a new video. I'll be doing like 5 or 6 videos per day and then try and post them out throughout every day. So you still get a video every day. It just won't be recorded every day. So the comments might be a little bit out of place. So I might only refer to some comments in like 2 or 3 videos time. But I will read all the comments. I promise you guys that. With regards of potential lookings at jobs, I am going to limit myself to a second division team. I'm not going to go straight for the first team. We do have the reputation and the qualifications to get a first division team. I've decided against that. So for now, we will be looking at teams that are not playing in the first team. So teams like Cobrela, not available. Independiente, Estudiantes, not available. Colombia 23, obviously not available. And as well as Independiente, Santa Fe, not available. Peru is only one league with 18 teams in there. The thing is, Peru only has one qualification spot available for the Libertadores Championship. So it does make it a little bit more challenging. So I'm going to try and stay a little bit away from Peru in terms of just getting in there. Their rules are also a little bit weird in terms of they have their first section, which is lasting of 17 games. You play each team one. Then you go to the second section, which is played another 17 games. Everybody goes back to 0 points. Then the team with the overall average score after 34 games gets the first place championship. It is very weird. Yeah. Anyway. With that being said, I'm going to try and avoid them. I am going to apply for them because, I mean, if I can get that job, it would be a great opportunity, a bit of a fast track to get to the Libertadores. But for now, we have a look at Cortuluá in the Colombian second division. A very good, solid little team. Has potential to be quite good. Their biggest thing is just that they are losing a lot of money a lot quickly. I do like this new sort of skin. You can see everything on one page, which is pretty darn good. I suppose most skins do that now, but it does have a lot. So you can actually just check everything there very quickly, as well as all their different icons and everything, and some of their key players that they have, their manager, their assistant, everything there. for some reason. Even the chief scout appears in this one. So yeah, there's that. We're going to look at that. So this is one of the teams. We're going to have a look at the senior squad. It's a nice, biggish squad for us to pick from, which I do like the looks of. There is some aged players as well in terms of just being too young to play in this team. We've got a couple of 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds who are regarded as first-team choices, especially their goalkeeper in Juan Esteban Gomez. You can see his attributes looking not great goalkeeper, but I suppose at 18, and I suppose the only sort of real position that, we can look at is also him, and he's not that great either. Other options when it comes to potential teams we can manage. We've got San Martin Tucumán of Argentina. Look like a very good squad. I've had a look at them. They sort of more suited in my style of play. We also have Mitre of Argentina here as well. Again, another team a little bit more on the defensive side, so not really my style, but it could be fun to take them on. And Nuevo Chicago as well, which is probably the one that I want the most. And mainly because I saw a huge bull on the field that comes up through the tunnel, which is pretty darn cool. And they're probably the most financially stable out of the three teams that we've had a look at in Argentina. In terms of their playing positions, you can see their goalkeeper is actually a very good goalkeeper for second division football. He looks like he could be a very, very good asset to have. And they also have the likes of Castro here, who I do like the looks of as a striker, especially at the lower leagues. Former Racing Club man himself, has been a bit of a journeyman in lately, hasn't performed too well over the last 2 seasons. So maybe something to look at. But those are the clubs that I am going to make applications for, at least. If anything else pops in as well, we will definitely come back and have a look at that. Hopefully we get a little bit of a interview just to kick things off. Nuevo Chicago, probably the most difficult out of all of them. We can't apply for Mitre. They have already picked the manager, I guess. And we'll do the Peruvian one as well. There you go, just to confirm. Yeah, I'm successful. There we go. Everybody's received my job. We should be getting a job soon. Hopefully we come back with an interview and we can kickstart the South American tour that we have. Well, guys, we've got our first interview. It is for Nuevo Chicago, the one that I kind of wanted the most out of all of them. Just to give you a little heads up, we do have 2 Chilean teams as well. Rangers de Talca, who we've applied for. I'll be honest with you, this is one that I'm not too interested in. But this one, I am very much into. Universidad de Concepcion looks very, very good. They have some very, very good players, especially their DM, this guy. 36 years old. Yes, he is old, but he is a very, very good defensive midfielder. And I do like the looks of him pretty much. I think he's a very good player. Both strong on his right foot, weak on his left foot. But at 36, I think he's a very good player. And I wouldn't mind having someone like him to, adjust the team around and build a team around someone like that. So we have applied for those, but for now we've got the interview with Nuevo Chicago. I'm not going to bore you with the interview process. Well, no, let's bore you with the interview process. We're going to do this, at least one of these, I guess. The board are pleased to have taken the time to attend today. There are a few questions we would like to ask to see if you are the manager we want to forward the club with. I'm glad to have taken the opportunity. Can you explain why you appear to be in the running in the few jobs right now? Well, because I don't have a job. That is it. I'm just going to say... I'm not going to withdraw from any of them. I'm just doing whatever I can do to progress. The club will be looking for a candidate capable of performing to competition expectations, something our last manager did not do. Are you confident in doing this? I'm confident of achieving every target set for me if I get the job. I'm going to convince them like that. It is a promise. Tend not to do with promises, but I will do it. They tended their manager a little sooner than they want to do. Can we get a reassurance? So with this is a good point to actually tell you about one of the rules that we have for this save is that I cannot apply for other jobs. I can only move clubs if I get sacked or if a club offers me an interview. So whatever club I choose in the beginning, I'm going to stick with them until I either get sacked or I get an offer for a job that is better. If it's a team that is on the same level as us, and that's when we look at media prediction. If we within, I think I wrote the rules down, but I think it's within 5 or 4 places of where we are, 3 places, sorry, up or down of where we are, then we cannot take that job. If it's above that, then we can take it, the interview. That is the rules that we're going for. So I can say that I'm committed to a successful long career, because you only start getting interviews 2 or 3 seasons in. What makes you the ideal candidate to save club unexpectedly struggling against relegation through currently enjoying the best run of the season? Although, well, that's a bit weird. Motivating and strength is one of my confidences. We know how to motivate people. We have very good attributes to motivate people. We understand the importance of having the right backroom staff, managers, Would you like to make any changes? You know what? I don't want to make it. I don't need a budget as long as I don't making any changes. So I won't say a budget for now, but we can get a budget. They are one of the financially struggling better teams, but they are still struggling a little bit. We're aiming to stay clear of the relegation. Can you do it? If given the job, it'll go beyond the exploitation. No, I'm not going to say beyond. We'll just agree to avoid a relegation battle. 1.3 million is a lot more money than I expected. So yeah, I'll agree to that. 17,000, that is a nice hefty wage budget, actually. Are there any requests? Not that I can think of. I just want to take the job. That is the meeting. I feel like that went very well. Hopefully I can get a interview with some of the other clubs as well that we've applied for. The only other one that I'm kind of interested in at the moment is the Universidad de Concepcion for Chile. They are second from the bottom, so maybe Rangers del Talca isn't too bad to go through. There is a lot of opportunity to try and get promoted in this league, so maybe I'll take Rangers as well. Rangers are only 3 points behind promotion spots, whereas they're 4 points behind. I mean, it's very close in the Chilean league, isn't it? But yeah, we'll go through those. I'll let you know when I get more interviews. Right, we've got another interview, this time with Atletico Grau, the Peruvian team. Very good team, very aged team. A team that, I mean, it could be fun playing in Peru. Like I said, there is only one spot available for the Libertadores, but it's a good way to build up our reputation if we can do that. So we will attend this interview as well, although I'm more inclined to go for the Nuevo Chicago one. I feel like Argentina has a little bit more prestige when it comes to these sort of things. So we'll do this interview off camera, make hopefully some more news in a bit. Well, this is something. We got the job for Nuevo Chicago. I have delayed that for a week. They've agreed to that. We've also been offered an interview for the Colombian team Cortula job, which I had a look at it. They're not bad. They're not bad. The league has sort of restarted now. They're doing the last section of the league. Cortula did finish bottom in the first half of the league. When they went to the they didn't make it in the way to the semi-finals, so they didn't play in any of those fixtures. But they're going to the final side of the season where everything gets restarted and we could make it into the top. So it's sort of like a fresh slate for us to take over for them. So I'm going to do that interview. We've also been offered the job for the Peruvian team. This one I'm not going to take. I've had a good think about it. I feel like it is going to be a bit of a cheat to get in there through the Peruvian side. So I've decided not to take the job. If we don't get any other offers, we're obviously going to take the Nuevo's job. I'm going to do this interview. I am still hoping for interviews for the 2 Chilean teams there. I've been looking at them, going over them. I kind of want them. We're also still waiting for San Martin. Don't really want to go to San Martin. I feel like there are better offers out there. I've also had a look at the other 2 Colombian teams, Huela and Magdalena. Both of them came second and third last respectively. I feel like Cortuluá is probably the better of those 3 teams in Colombia, so I'm not going to apply for those. And then Racing de Montenegro, obviously, they're playing in the Uruguayan first division, so we don't want to cheat code that one as well. Right, guys, so we've delayed a couple of things for a week. I've had 3 job offers, one being San Martin, obviously the Newell one you want, and Cortuluá as well. So I've delayed all of them. I have had interviews with the team that I kind of want the most now. After reviewing a little bit of stuff, had a look at them. Rangers de Talca in Chile is probably the one that I'm most gunning for. I feel like they seem to be the most well sort of rounded team for me to go through with this competition. So I'm hoping that they give me the job. In the meantime, I'm going to try and delay Nuevo Chicago by 1 more week. Will they agree? They have. Okay, that is good. If we can get that Rangers job, I think that is the number one that I'm looking for. If I get them before Nuevo agree for their second delay, the other ones I'm going to try and delay them as well. If I can get Nuevo, I think that is the one where we're going for. Sorry, not Nuevo, Rangers. I feel like that's where we need to be. That is the one I'm looking for. Hopefully they agree to give me the job. I was just clicking once. Oh, no, that's not him. That's the other Chilean team, Concepcion, who I have had a look as well. They're also pretty darn good. I'm going to delay them as well. They will agree. So, but 4 job offers on the moment. There's one that I want the most, and that is the Rangers job. Maybe if I click one more time, continue, will that spark? No. Okay. Well, maybe one more time. Boom! Aha! It worked. We need to sign players for this is the one I want, guys. I'm going to take this one. I feel like the 11,000 not the best budget compared to Nuevo Chicago's, and the way, you know, with 11,500, not giving me much to take at the moment. They're giving me £800. My wage doesn't matter in this one. They want to finish mid-table and try and get promoted. That is the team. That is what we're playing for. Minimum 2-year contracts for first-team players. Grow the club's reputation. Work within a wage budget. And sign players under the age of 20 for the future. This is the one I'm going for. Let's negotiate some stuff here. 15% wage range is cool. 35% that's fine. 90% managerial. I'm going to try and take that out. Mainly because then in 2 or 3 seasons, if I start getting offers, I can almost guarantee that I'll get offers. And what I'll do is I'll lower the wage to £700. They're willing to go with that. Let's do it. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, when I click this, there you go. Let's add my picture. I forgot to do that. Rangers de Delca have today confirmed the appointment of Vasily Ogrides as the new manager. Eyebrows have been raised around the football world as the appointment of the inexperienced 36-year-old, and he is sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time, probably. Ariel Pereira was considered to be the favorite, but the club favored Ogrides all along. He has rejected offers from Club Deportivo Universidad de Concepción, Club Atlético San Martín de Tucumán, Cooperación, Club Deportivo Toluca, and Club Atlético Nuevo Chicago. Whole bunch of names there. Following Rangers de Calcos 2-1, compentando Uruguayanlina.com defeat against Santiago Morning. Ogrides side are currently 10th in the competition with 15 points from 14 matches. It is a big deficit. We've got to turn this around for us. Right, guys, I'm now going to have a look at the club, a little bit of the history of the club. They are 4-time winners of this league, never managed to make that step up, going higher. Media prediction of 4th, which is quite interesting. We're currently sitting in 10th, so we need to get that a little bit higher. No transfer budget, which is fine. We can make it work. No assistant manager either. That's interesting. The club enjoyed probably their best spell of success in the 2000s, although now enduring a 28-year barren spell, not having won a competition since 1997. Hectic. They did come up runners-up in the Copa Chile in 1996, won the Chilean second tier in 1952, 1988, 1993, and 1997, and finished runner-up on 4 occasions. So there is a little bit of history with the squad. That is kind of what they've been playing with, a 3 at the back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at the squad, going to have a look at everything, do all of this stuff, sort all of this stuff out. I need to change that. I forgot to change that. All right, so we are going to go through all of this and just, sort out the team, build a tactic. That is the most important. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of insight in how we do the tactic. What I normally do is I go look at the star players that are in the squad, and I kind of build a tactic around them. I put them all in, maneuver them around, and see where I can make a good squad. That's how I do it. I know it doesn't seem like I do that often, but that is actually what I do. It's a very small squad, actually. How many players are in the squad? 21 people. There's a few that we can look to bolster up. I think the transfer market is closed at the moment. Where do I check transfer market? It's currently closed. 36 days. It opens in 36 days. Okay. So we have a month. We have a month before we can start signing some players up. So there is some time. In terms of the league, there is a few more games to come up. Of course, so it opens up in June, basically. June, July, we're going to have some transfers. So we have one game to play before the transfer market actually, 3 games to play before the transfer market opens. Hopefully we can do something. We can see we have been on a bit of a losing path there. Not too great, is it? All right, give me a moment. Let me set up the tactic, and we'll be back in a moment. Right, ladies and gents, this is how we are going to line up a basic 4-4-2 with some wing play. Going to keep it fairly wide. We don't have the paciest of players, so we're going to try and keep the ball a little bit close. But this is what I believe to be my best starting 11 in this sort of formation. It is literally the same formation we used for the Liverpool run at the Vuvuzela Victory Challenge. It was by luck of the draw, really. The only issue that I have is my left-hand side, Mora, not the best at wing-back on attack, and I don't have another left-back. The only one I have is Velasquez, who is probably not great at being a wing-back on attack. We can just show you his attributes: the dribbling of 5, first touch of 7. Not ideal, so we will be looking into the transfer market. I haven't looked at the under-21s yet. There might be 1 or 2 players we're going to bring up. I've had a quick glance at it, not proper quick glance, but this is the team that we're going to start. We're going to go with Rodriguez in goal. I'm going to go through each player individually before we do our first game. The first game will probably come next episode. I'm going to record it as if it is going to be this episode, depending on time length and stuff. We're going to say it. But this is Gaston Rodriguez, probably our best goalkeeper in the squad. Not a great goalkeeper. Unfortunately, we don't have a very good goalkeeper. So there will be maybe the opportunity to look at strengthening. This is one position that I definitely do need to strengthen when it comes to goalkeepers. He doesn't like big matches. His potential ability isn't great. He's bad at training. He's just not a great player in general. So that he is our first choice goalkeeper. Our backup goalkeeper for the season so far is going to be Vasquez here, Marcelo Vasquez, who is probably a little bit better, but not great. Potentially could be a little bit better, but again, not great. Doesn't feel comfortable playing big matches either. On the right-hand side, we're going to go with Aros as the wing-back on the right on attack. Probably one of the best players in our squad currently. I do like the looks of him quite a bit on that right, but he is suspended for the first game. So for the first game, we are going to rely on a youngster here, Sebastian Acuna, playing in on that right-hand side. More naturally a centre-back, but we are a little bit limited on options when it comes to fullbacks and defenders in general. But yeah, he's not the best player. He doesn't like important matches, doesn't like consistency. So he will probably be the most likely one to play in there. I could also play Karkoa, also more suited to be a centre mid, who I do like the looks of Karkoa. We have better centre mid options at the moment. Felipe, the centre back, also one of our better players. Sergio Felipe, 34 years of age, though not the best player. I am playing central defenders, not on ball playing defenders, because we don't actually have very good ball players at the moment. He does have a bad disciplinary record, and his partner alongside him is going to be Espinoza, Victor Espinoza, playing on the left-hand side. He's probably a little bit better and a little bit younger in terms of just trying to get some game time out of him. I didn't check. Is Felipe strong on the... Yeah, he's strong on the right. That's why I put him there. In terms of backup centre-backs, we have none. We have Cristianas here on loan, and he is okay. He's got good headering, which I like. But other than that, probably not going to look at signing him permanently into the squad. On the left-hand side, we really are struggling with the left-hand side. We're going to have to go with Agustin Mora, 21-year-old. Decent little attributes for a wing-back on attack. I'm not going to deny that. I will sort out all the face packs and everything soon. We do have Velasquez here on backup, but again, not a natural left back. More, I think, suited to more centre back play as a central defender. Kind of suits him a little bit better, but inconsistent as well, and currently away on international duty, so he probably won't feature too much as well. Also on loan, Sanhuizen, yeah, Pablo Sanhuizen. Probably on paper, I think he is probably our best player that we have in the squad. More natural to be a defensive midfielder, but we are going to use him as a centre mid. I'm going to make him a ball-winning midfielder. We're going to try and retain the ball a little bit more. I did have him as centre mid on attack, but I just feel like he's not going to really be useful in that situation. We'll play him as a ball-winning midfielder on support. And then we've got Gonzalez here, who, I mean, he's a natural-born Mazzala. This man looks very, very good. Arguably one of the better players in the squad. Then we go to the up front, where I'm feeling a little bit more confident in our attacking prowess. Reinero on the right-hand side, 36 years old, so probably won't be with us for too much longer, but looks like a very, very good right winger. And on the left-hand side, we do have Rivera playing there, a little bit younger, maybe a little bit better than him as well. But the issue with him, he is injury-prone and doesn't like big matches. We do have a little bit more firepower when it comes to the defense and the midfield, attacking midfielder. Didn't speak about the midfielders. We've got Pereira here, Felipe Pereira. I like the look of him, 20 years old, could easily develop into a decent little Mazzala if given the time. And then also, we did mention him a little bit, Karakoa will probably be the ball-winning midfielder on support to help out in the midfield at 31 years old. We're going to be using him as a backup option. On the right-hand side, Tomas Gomez here, 20-year-old, looks like he could be a very good young prospect, potentially the one to replace Reinero in the future if we don't find anything better than him. Then we also have the likes of Martinez, who could easily slot into that position, although better suited as a striker at the moment. And then Lolas as well. He'll be our option on the left-hand side, although better on the right. He is very strong on the left and can play both sides. But we'll be looking at maybe utilizing the youngster on either side just to try and give a little bit of an oomph. You know, 21-year-old, looks good, looks sharp. And then the last man that I haven't mentioned in the sub side is Alegre. He is actually leaving the club, so 33-year-old, not going to really mention him too much. And then up front with our two strikers, we're going to go with Gustavo Gotti, the Argentine, former under-21 star, by the way. No, he got called up and never played. That's what I had to look at. Gustavo Gotti, decent little striker. Probably going to be looking at getting a much better quality striker. We do have Gonzalo Reyes here as well. Chilean, looks good. I wouldn't say the best, but 4 goals in 14 games, 4 assists. He's probably the best of the bunch when it comes to attacking prowess. Right, ladies and gents, that is the team. There's a few under-21s I'm probably going to bring up. Our next game is in 4 days' time. You know what? We're going to do it. Let's get to that. We're going to take on Contentamo Pereira. They are sitting... Oh, we're playing Barchenta. There we go. We're taking on team bottom of the table. That took me a bit longer than to admit to find out there. But there we go. We're playing them. We are 2 points from getting into that promotion spots where we want to be. This is a team sitting bottom of the table. We need a victory here. Let's go to the game. Right, guys, we're back for our first game against AC Banchia in the Chilean Second League. Again, I'll sort out the face packs in a bit after this game, probably. But here we go. This is the team that's starting. Rodriguez in goals. Aquenia on the right-hand side after Aros is suspended. Felipe Espinoza, Mora, Gonzalez, Sanhueza, Reinero, Rivera, Reyes, and Gotti all up front. I have brought up some under-21s as well. The likes of Juan Soto will be a backup striker. He is actually very, very good. And at 20 years old, can develop into some form of great striker. Another youngster we brought into the squad is Donoso, a centre-back. Not the best at headering, but a very decent little centre-back, 21-year-old. And Mateus Ubel on the right-hand side could be a decent little right winger with a crossing of 11. It's always rare to find that one. Then the last under-20 we bring in is Felipe Pereira. I think I did mention him, but he looks like he could be a very, very good Mazzala on support there. I do like the looks of him quite a bit. I've gone through the rest of the squad, a couple of other under-21s. We're probably going to land up selling a few guys to raise some funds. We're going to the match. We're taking on bottom of the table. 14. Bottom of the table. A big, big game for us. Let's go to the match. And there is a little bit of a kickoff highlight going on here down the wing for them. And that is the highlight. I'm not sure why they did that. I won't lie to you guys. I'm not enjoying the skin as much. But if you guys love it and like the way it looks, please go free to look it up on the description and download it. I might go back to the tried and tested one that I've been using for years. Rivera, though, with a beautiful little turn. That's his second of the game. Nicolas Rivera puts us in the lead. 8 minutes in. A beautiful pass here from Felipe to pick out his man. A good little pass there to Espinoza. One-time pass, turn and shoot. You don't get a much better finish than that from the left winger. Beautiful little finish there. I like that. That was a good, solid little finish. Fantastic little thing to see there. Maybe if I just change these up a little bit, because I see they've got recent events on twice. See what else we can add in here, because I kind of like to see the squad as well. So we'll see what I can do, which things I don't need and which things I do need. All right, I've changed up the little screen there just to get the tactics on screen, just so I can see how they're playing. Rivera intercepts the header. Gonzalez now to Gotti. Got some space to run in. We don't have the fastest squad, but we do have one or two players that can outrun an opposition if need be. Acuna is one of them. Goes deep cross to Gotti. And a beautiful little header. Nothing the goalkeeper could have done about that. It's a goal. It's 2-0. We're on our way to success in Chile, I think. A beautiful little cross here from Acuna. Look at this. Acuna. Back post to Gotti. Keeper was left stranded. Nothing he could have done there. And there we go. The Argentine puts it in the back of the net. Of course, we only allowed 2 foreign under 21 players and 5 foreign over 21 players. That's the only sort of restrictions we have in the squad. In terms of registration, we can play whatever we want. There's no restrictions on under 21s or foreign players in a matchday squad, which is fantastic to see. 2-0 up at the coming into the break. They've switched up things a little bit, moving some players around, trying to do something to break us down. Defensively, we've looked very good. They've only restricted them to 1 shot, which is a fantastic little thing to see. Halftime, no swaps. We're going to go straight into the second half. And we kick off 51 minutes in with a free kick in our own half. Mora on the left-hand side to Espinoza. Back to Espinoza now, just playing it out the back a little bit. Mora. We do play a little bit more of a possessive passing style. Rivera loses out, goes down in the box. Saying it's a penalty. Was that a penalty? I don't know. I think Rivera kind of just hurt himself a little bit. But we are stepping up. Reyes, the best penalty kick taker on the squad. And Reyes steps up. He's 6th of the season, our 3rd of the game. And both our strikers on the score sheet at the moment. You love to see that. Beautiful penalty kick from Reyes. Sent the keeper completely in the opposite direction. And there's another highlight with a throw-in here. Can we make it 4 and really make our intent on the league as a brand new manager coming into the squad? A very empty squad. I'm going to use that word because there's a lot of space for growth. Gotti, though, takes a shot, hits the bar, but he was offside. Of course, no VAR in this league, so we just have to trust what the linesmen see and do and feel. We're going to make some swaps here. Renero not playing great. Renero can come off. We're going to give Gomez a run there. Elsewhere, Gonzalez in the midfield as the Mazzala not playing well. Pereira come in as well. The rest of the squad's playing okay. Felipe looking a little bit tired out there. 6-8. You know what? I'm gonna try Donoso. I'm gonna give Donoso a little bit of a run. He can play it right. He can also play it left quite comfortably as well. So he's a nice little versatile centre back to have. Young centre back. We're 3-0 up. It is time to try and establish some of the younger players. Give them a little bit of opportunity in the games as well. Acuna to San Jose. Donoso now has possession. His first real contribution is a pass to Espinoza, who finds his way to Gotti. Back to Espinoza. Mora gives it to Pereira. Nicely done from Pereira. Picks up Rivera on that left flank. Looking for options. Looking for Gotti on the back post. Finds Gustavo Gotti. It's 2-0. We're 4-0 up. And this is the absolute dream start when it comes to our South American challenge for that Libertadores title, with a Chilean second division team. A beautiful finish there from Gotti. Things you absolutely love to see. You really love to see things like that. 4-0 up. And could it be an opportunity for 5? I am going to think of bringing on some more players now just to give rest Although we don't really need to rest. We only play again in like 2 weeks' time, but give opportunities for me to see other players as well, see some of the younger squad make their way into the team, see how they perform. Right now, the defense is going to be tested with Godoy coming through. He's got some company with him. He doesn't need it. Fabian Godoy gets their first goal of the game, the under-21 star for Barnechea. And that's a good little reply there. Questions got to be asked over the defense of Acuna here. Just kind of ran into the center rather than trying to push him out, and instead opened the gap up a little bit more for him to take that shot. It's 4-1. We're going to make some more swaps now. I'm still feeling confident. I don't think I'm feeling too out of place. I'm going to bring on Soto to play as the pressing forward, just to give him a little bit of a run. And you know what? I'm going to use my last sub as well. Ubel come in for Acuna on that side. We get 5 subs in this one, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, 5 subs. All right. There we go. We're going to do those. Confirm them. Those are all 5 of our subs done for the last 20 minutes. No more swaps. We're giving the likes of Ubel and Soto, Pereira and Donoso a little bit of a run. Gomez as well, seeing how they perform. And we've got a corner with Rivera going to the back post, looking for Gotti on the hat-trick. It bounced off the post, landed perfectly for Sanhueza. It's put in the back of the net, but the referee blows the whistle for offside. I did think it might have been a stray offside, but honestly, I thought it just bounced off the bar and went in directly from Gotti's head. I thought that might have been the hat-trick. It wasn't to be, but the match does end 4-1. A fantastic result for us to start off the campaign for us and try and get into those promotion spots right off the bat. I mean, let's be real, though. They are bottom of the table and quite well in there. But there you go. You can see we've closed the gap now to just 2 points, increased our goal difference. That, I think, is going to be extremely vital when it comes to the top 8 positions. To be honest, we're only 10 points away from top of the table with 15 games of the season halfway through. I mean, stranger things have happened in football, I guess. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. That is a fantastic way to end it. In terms of when we're coming back, I'm going to play a little bit ahead. I'm going to go into the transfer market. We'll probably come back for the Deportes Copiapó game. They're currently in first place, and also then do a transfer deadline. I feel like there will be some transfers coming through, and then maybe even do the other game in sixth place against Deportes Magallanes. That's it. I've really got to work on my pronunciations, hey? I really, really do. But thank you very much, guys, for watching the video. Well, there you have it, folks. The manager of a Chilean team by the name of Rangers, as we progress with our goal of winning the Copa Libertadores. Of course, if you guys are enjoying the series, please hit that thumbs up. There's only one episode, so you have to enjoy the series. If you've watched till this point, you cannot say you haven't. And you're excited to see what more comes up in the series. I hope you guys are enjoying everything. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of our club choice. What do you think of the goal? What do you think of everything? And you know what? With that said and done, we'll see you for the next episode next time. Your boy, the Vaslap, is out of here. Peace and chicken grease.